What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another watch along. Apologies that I'm incredibly late, but we've made it just about in time for kickoff. Let's get the commentary on. I look disorganised. I am. Players take the knee, but we're ready and waiting, and we do have kickoff here between England and Senegal. In the last 16 clash, we've made it just about live and in time, but all sorted. All good to go. So England playing in their white kits today, attacking from left to right. Declan Rice finds the pass there, and Pickford's going to put that one out sensibly. So Senegal attacking from right to left, playing in their green kits today. England playing on ITV. We don't have a great record on ITV here in the UK. Hoping that we can win, because earlier on today, a victory for France over Poland by 3-1 means that if England win today against Senegal, we were playing next Saturday night, with a game against France is what is on the line here, as Senegal having a little bit of possession here, trying to knock the ball around. So a confident start for Senegal. I think they'll feel good about their start that they've made so far. Ball given away to Declan Rice, so he can come forward with the ball now. Gives the ball to Jude Bellingham. So the England starting 11 today, they're going with Jordan Pickford in goal. The defence made up of Kyle Walker at right back, Luke Shaw at left back. It's centre back pairing John Stones and Harry Maguire. It's Declan Rice playing alongside Jude Bellingham. And also, I think, Jordan Henderson. It's Phil Foden on the left, Bukayo Saka on the right, and Harry Kane starting up top. So the big absentee really is Marcus Rashford. Scored a brace in England's last game, played well. He's looked very good for England, yet misses out here. And in my opinion, unlucky to miss out. But that's Gareth Southgate. He gets paid a lot of money to make them decisions, so we'll wait and see if that is the correct decision that has been made. So my score prediction today, I think this is going to be a solid England win. I'm going for a 2-0 victory today for England is my score prediction. So do let me know your score prediction in the live chat. And thank you to everybody for tuning in. Much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up as well. That would be much appreciated. Hello, Mixed Sid. Thanks very much for tuning in, helping to moderate. Remember, keep things clean and no spoiling it for others. Thank you very much to Julia as well for tuning in too. Much appreciated. Here's England coming forward then with Jordan Henderson. I've been in that much of a rush. I've not had a chance to change my betmate. And Marcus Rashford was on my team. Betmate's link, by the way, today's video sponsor, is in the description. If you want to go and press that link to download the free Betmate app. It's a free app to download, available to anybody in the UK. You can use code JSGC5 on sign up. We'll give you a £5 in free bet. So we'll get Betmate up. But like I said, I've not had a chance to chop and change mine. There aren't too many different changes, to be fair. I just went with Captain Marcus Rashford, which obviously he doesn't start. So my team was Jordan Pickford, he does start. Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, they start. Harry Kane, Phil Foden, they start. I've gone for Rashford as my captain. He doesn't start, so he should be substituted in for Ismalia Sarr, who's going to be my captain. So that's something different. And Idrissa Gueye as well. So the Cameroon starting 11 for today. I've not had a chance to see the lineup for... for Senegal, I apologise. As they're in here, and it's a good tackle. Because I see two African teams both playing in green, and was speaking just before the start of the live chat about the Cameroon dance and the Senegal fan dance as well that's been going on. Really good to see. Really good to see. So the Senegal lineup for today. Ismaila Sarr does start, which is good. So he should be substituted in. I've got Idrissa Gueye. He doesn't start. So Dier, who does start, should be substituted in as well. So that's why you have the substitutes and the importance of substitutes. So they start with Edouard Mendy in goal. It's Sabali at right back and Jacobs at left back. It's Kalidou Koulibaly and Diallo starting as centre-backs. A midfield three of Cisse, Mendy and Dier. It's Diatta on the right, Ismaila Sarr on the left, and it's Dier starting up top. Captain today is Kalidou Koulibaly. On the bench, they've got Gomez, Dieng and Dier, Mendy, Toure, Cisse, Loom, Gueye, Name, Sarr, Diadou, Jackson, and Dieng. England substitute bench today made up of Ramsdale and Pope as the two goalkeepers. Also Trippier, Alexander-Arnold, Dier, Coady, Grealish, Mount, Gallagher, Phillips, Maddison, Rashford and Callum Wilson is the starting 11 for England and their substitute bench for today. So, as I said, 2-0 England is my score prediction for this game. Do let me know your score predictions in the live chat. Social media links, they're in the description below and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Big shout out to today's video sponsor, BetMate. You can go and check them out. All details, links and everything, they're in the description and also in the live chat. You can use the QR code on screen as well. That will take you to the download page to download the BetMate app. Also, do not forget as well to subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. And finally, leave a thumbs up. We're already on 10 likes, which is a good start. We're 90 likes away from 100 likes. We'll first aim for 50. That's how the World Cup's been going with the likes. So we'll aim for 50 first. And if we get beyond 50, we'll start pushing towards 100, fingers crossed. So for 50 likes, we are 39 away. So any help towards that will be much appreciated. If you're watching this, then please do leave a thumbs up. So if you are tuning in, let's have some interaction. We've got the live chat rolling. Do let me know your thoughts. We'll have some interaction. We like some interaction here. There's dotted around Senegal fans. There's a big group of them to one side there. Are they the dancing Senegal fans? I think they are from the last game. Love to see it, but there's a lot of English there. And I've said that as the competition goes on, the longer England stay in this competition, the more England fans you will see. England got a free kick here inside the Senegal half. They square it. Kyle Walker chips it to the back post. This is a well-worked routine. It's skimmed across by Declan Rice, dealt with well by the Senegal defence. Sent back in, Phil Foden finds Kane. Kane's turning, can't find the shot, and tackled, and the free kick given against Declan Rice there, and it's going to be a free kick to Senegal. Andy, thanks very much for tuning in. I'm very well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in, much appreciated. Not the greatest ball in that. It was a well-worked set-piece routine. A good ball from Walker to Rice to find Rice in space. He hits it with the outside of his foot. I mean, it's the only way without making a clean connection and that ball going absolutely flying is the only way he gets the ball into the box. But there's no way. That's a very physical Senegal team. And Saka there wants a penalty. Question gets asked. He doesn't go to ground. He was being grappled. Diallo nearly ran into trouble there. Good pressing that from Bukayo Saka. England trying to make it well known that they're there. They're trying to make the effort. I mean, if Saka gets that challenge right, all he needs to do is square that across to Harry Kane. That's a tap-in. That's 1-0 England. And I think that's very important here in this game, is that England find the first goal. At the moment, the last 16 has ran how you would expect it to be. The Netherlands have beaten the United States 3-1. What helped? They took the lead. They put the pressure onto the USA and they built on that. And then in the next game, Argentina beat Australia. What happened? Well, Argentina didn't play great, but they took the lead. They built on it and they got that killer second goal. France beat Poland earlier today by 3-1. What happened? France took the lead and built on it and doubled their lead and got that killer second goal. And that, to me, is what England need to do. They need to push hard, find that first goal. If they find that first goal, keep pushing, get that killer second goal, and I think 2 goals today is enough to send England through to the quarterfinals and a date with France on Saturday evening, what's going to be a mammoth clash, as Declan Rice has stopped the play. He's claiming that the football's flat. Referees having a feel of it. He said, yeah, the ball's flat, the ball's done, need a new ball. Has it popped a little hole somewhere? I'm not sure. Right. I've only just got back. I've been out and got it sorted just in time with a minute to spare. Not even had a chance to change my bet, mate. Not even had a chance to roll my full 5-minute intro. Not had a chance to do my plugs and promotion. In fact, I've not even headed onto Twitter and promoted my own live stream yet. So we're gonna do that now. We're gonna do that now, and then I'm gonna fill my wall chart in, and then we are where we need to be. So we are catching up, so to speak. We're catching up. So we'll get the tweet sent out. Is England coming forward? England's starting to see more of the ball now. Here's England. Another ball put in towards the box by Henderson. Bellingham picks up the loose pieces. England continue to probe here. All right, we've got the promotions out. That's good. All good that end. Here's Saka. Squared across. Not the greatest ball in. Replying to a tweet, someone's just put, I've asked the question, why is Walker starting today? If England want any hope against France, you need to stop Mbappe. And to me, the only player that's going to stop Mbappe is Kyle Walker, because he can keep up with him for his pace. Any injury today to Kyle Walker, and I think England are going home without a shadow of a doubt if we win today. So I'm just put, because he's the best right back, so I'm putting he is, but any injury today, and Mbappe has a field day on Saturday. TAA or Trippier. Is Saka, and that's no, out of play. Right, that's my tweets and everything sorted. That's that done. Dudley, hello, thanks very much for tuning in. Mick Sid say play your best team. Well, it's not playing Rashford, and in my opinion, Rashford's part of England's best team right now. It's been one of England's best players. So I don't agree that this is England's best team that's out today. All I'm adding is it's Mbappe. You stop Mbappe, you've dealt with a lot of France's danger. Mbappe phenomenal today once more. 2 goals. Mbappe is a sensational football player. Watch Manchester City. City have played against PSG. We've kept Mbappe quiet several times. And the main reason we've kept Mbappe quiet several times is because Kyle Walker's man-marked him out of the game. And England want success on Saturday against France. If they win here today, then have Kyle Walker man-mark him. He's only just come back from injury. To me, Alexander-Arnold or Trippier more than capable of doing the job today. They're both good right-backs. England have got depth there and they've not used it. I'm going to be fucking furious if Kyle Walker gets injured today and England go through. I'm going to be fuming. I hope that doesn't happen, but I am going to be fuming if it does. If England didn't have any depth there and they, was relying on players that are very weak, then I'd agree. You start Kyle Walker, but Trippier and Alexander-Arnold are more than able to deal with Senegal, in my opinion. Julia, it's very nice to have the Africans here. They are very colourful. They're very lively. I think it'd be very interesting if FIFA are to go down the route of another World Cup in Africa. We had South Africa back in 2010. Where else could you have it? Morocco, I think, have bidded for the 2031. That'd be all right, I think. Although they've made a big issue of Qatar not having it in the summer because it gets so hot. But if you're going to have the World Cup in Morocco, it's 40 degrees in Morocco in the summer, so they're going to move that to the winter as well. Can't keep doing that, in my opinion. Just stick to keeping it in the summer to avoid massive burnout, because the fallout from this World Cup is going to be horrific, particularly on players that go all the way. That's good play from England. Here's Luke Shaw. Centralises it towards Harry Kane. Egypt's another good option. Again, it's bloody warm there, isn't it? And that's just about good defending from the fridge. Harry Maguire deals with that. I'm trying to think where else. Could they have it in Nigeria? Could be an option. Where else? It'd be joint bids, wouldn't it? I mean, a West Africa would be a fun World Cup. Rightio then, leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying the video, please. Aiming for 50 likes, we're 39 away. Don't forget to subscribe. Excuse me. And don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Details, links in the description in the live chat. It's a poor pass and Kyle Walker, he's quick. We'll keep that in. And England can build again from the back. We're just over 17 minutes in here. Between England and Senegal in the last 16 of the World Cup. Is England 0, Senegal 0. In the results earlier, France have beaten Poland by 3-1. Poland go home. Lewandowski scored from the penalty spots on the second attempt after Lloris came off his line after a big stutter. But that was before the damage had been done by Olivier Giroud and Kylian Mbappe, as Giroud's overtaken Thierry Henry's goal-scoring record for France. And Mbappe continues to go from strength to strength, setting up some mouth-watering quarter-final clashes. Netherlands taking on Argentina. Should be a good game. You got France taking on the winner of this game, hopefully England. France-England would be a very interesting game as well. And then the other potential quarter-finals, you've got the winner of Japan, Croatia taking on Brazil or South Korea. You've also got Morocco or Spain taking on the winner of Portugal or Switzerland. So if it goes how you'd think it would go, you imagine it would be France taking on England, Netherlands taking on Argentina, which we already know, Croatia taking on Brazil would be an interesting match, and Spain taking on Portugal. So there's some interesting quarter-final clashes, but things never work how they should. No one's gone wrong yet, hoping that England aren't going to be that team that goes wrong, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to go through my wall charting and just get the France result in. France knocked Poland out by 3-1. France that go through. We are going to be doing a live watch-along on Monday. We're going to be doing a live watch-along On Tuesday, it's Brazil, South Korea, and Portugal, Switzerland are the two. Both kicking off at 7 o'clock, so we'll be live at 6:45 p.m. here, GMT in the UK. Kyle Walker steps forward, intercepts the ball. Can't find a successful pass, and that's just going to roll out a play for a goal kick to... asking for a corner, England. They're desperate for a corner. They're really desperate for a corner. England can't believe it. Linesman, I think, is given a corner now upon appeal. 100% was a corner. 100% was. Don't really understand why Senegal let that ball go out. So the correct decision has been made by the linesman in the end. And England have got themselves an opportunity here from the corner. See what England can do from this corner then. 20 minutes in. Good time to find the first goal, in my opinion. We do have the Christmas tree up, by the way. We've got it up. If you can, I hope you can make it out. I'll show you in a minute. As the corner comes in from Foden, it's headed over by Johnny Stones. But yeah, we've got the Christmas tree. There it is. Messy, because it's been put up by me. So apologies for that. You'll just see a glow. It's hit the shoulder of John Stones there, and that's why it's gone over the top of the crossbar. We'll crack open a drink. We'll get a beer going. Last 16, why not? Let's get one and crack one open. There we go. Got one open. So it remains 0-0 here. Here's Senegal. They're going to play a crossfield pass. I thought they were, but they don't. They continue down their left-hand side, England's right-hand side. With a ball over the top. Pickford sweeping. Pickford gets there with his head. And that'll play for a throw-in to Senegal. 21 minutes in. England 0, Senegal 0. That should be dealt with. It is by Rice. And that's kept in by Senegal. Ball gets played across. Not a very good ball. That's not a great pass from Senegal. That's not a great pass from Harry Maguire either. And Senegal on the right-hand side. Get a cross in and a shot comes in. And it's blocked and put over the top of the crossbar. The offside flag never comes. They want a handball, I think. I mean, Senegal appealing heavy here for a penalty, I think. So onside from the ball in. What are they appealing for? Oh, it's a harsh one. It hits the knee of John Stones before rebounding onto his arm. That's not a penalty, in my opinion. If it hit his arm and not his knee first, I'd say yes. But the fact that it's hit his knee first, then his arm, not for me. They are checking for a penalty, but the referee's getting everyone back into places. Not for me. Yeah, play on. Correct decision made there. It's hit his knee. Like I said, if it didn't hit his knee, then he might have been in a bit of bother. Andy, thanks very much for tuning in. I can imagine England going out to Senegal, so I'm hoping that they don't. Pickford takes a heavy touch there. Dealt with by John Stones. Sends the ball forward towards Kane. Can't win the header. Kyle Walker steps forward, gets an interception in. Senegal will cut that one off and they will work the ball back to Edouard Mendy. Kane looks to try and put the squeeze on. Mendy plays a pass, flicked forward, and nearly found the space there, Senegal, but goes out of play for a throw-in instead. There's far too much space being offered by England. And England haven't really been creating that much, considering they look quite open. Here is Walker then to Stones. Goes to Harry Maguire. England's defence looking a little shaky at the moment. It's safe to say. And I think it would be wise for England, against France to change it up a little bit. I'd be asking Kyle Walker to sit tighter to John Stones. I'd almost be tempted to potentially either I say drop, it's harsh. Either put Bellingham or Henderson on the bench and put an extra cover into the midfield, potentially even towards someone like Kalvin Phillips, starting alongside Declan Rice. So there's extra cover there because France are very good with their ball play. They're very quick. They need to defend in numbers, and I think England's best opportunity really would be hold-up play, counter-attacks, and dynamic pace. And I'd almost be tempted to change it up. I'd probably drop Henderson for Phillips. It depends if Henderson's up to the job. To me, I'd probably prefer to go with Phillips over Henderson. And maybe put Jude Bellingham at the top of the midfield three, as he's got a fair bit of pace. He's pretty clinical when it comes to it, because I think opportunities might be few and far between. And then just have outright. Obviously, Kane's going to start and drop deep to try for the hold-up play, but you're going to need pace, which may see someone like Phil Foden potentially miss out. I mean, you could put Phil Foden in the middle. I think Phil Foden might be a bit more beneficial if England are going to set up a little bit more negative. I think Phil Foden might be a bit more better suited towards coming off the bench and being a super sub. I mean, the problem Harry Kane's got is Harry Kane's job is to, he's a striker, is to score goals, and he scored 0. And that's out of play for a throw into England after a bit of tussling going on involving Declan Rice. So 26 minutes in, 0-0 here. With John Stones on the ball now. Here's Kyle Walker having the squeeze put onto him. His pass isn't the greatest to Pickford, and Pickford can get that under control. Andy, I definitely don't want penalties here. I'm sure the neutrals will enjoy a penalty shootout, but I certainly won't enjoy a penalty shootout. Pickford directing fullbacks to go further forward, particularly Luke Shaw is in acres of space. That's a terrible pass from Stones and should be mopped up by Harry Maguire, who's just going to absolutely lever it. And Declan Rice's reaction there sums that up really well. Frustrated. England get very lucky there. Comes off the knee of the Senegal player and out for a throw-in. But not... That was more in hope than expectation to send a ball long. When in actual fact, there were players in space that very easily could have resulted in England losing possession. But thankfully for England, they have not, and they've still got hold of the ball. Here's Luke Shaw on the left now, working it backwards to Maguire. Maguire thought about sending it long, he doesn't. John Stones now receives the ball. Bless me. Ugh. England are always going to go with Jordan Pickford over Ramsdale or Pope always. Is England's number one because he's not done anything wrong in an England shirt. Think how some of the other keepers must feel. Ederson always having to play second fiddle to Alisson. Marc-Andre ter Stegen playing second fiddle to Manuel Neuer. Lots of quality keepers out there that miss out. I'm positive that Jordan Pickford's England's number one starts every game. As I said, Pickford's not in an England shirt done anything wrong for him to be warrant that he should be dropped for somebody else. Again, in this tournament, he's done nothing wrong. Pickford's not done anything wrong in 2018. He's not done anything wrong in 2021. And in this competition again, he's not done anything wrong. It's just the system that England play, that they have that's worked in knockout stages of competitions. Might be a bit disappointed England's not gone on to do a little bit better in the competitions by winning the European Championships or getting to the final of the last World Cup. But in terms of success, a semi-final of a World Cup followed by a final of a European Championships and the potential here to make a quarter-final place of another World Cup is regarded for England to be successful. So you stick with what is successful, and that's worked. But it's fine margins. Very fine margins. England go out today. Gareth Southgate loses his job. 100%. England go through and England go out to France, depending on the mannerism of the defeats against France, if it does happen. Gareth Southgate keeps his job. So, yeah. Just how it works. Senegal, though. England's got a job to do here against Senegal because they're knocking the ball around pretty nicely. Already caused England problems. England get a bit panicky. At the back. Bring back Sven. Sven. And then replaced him with the Wally and the Brolly. We didn't even qualify for the Euro 2008. And then replaced him with Fabio Capello, who never even made it to... Oh, no, he did. Made it to... Did he make it... Was it him that made it to the quarter-final in 2012? And lost against Italy? Not sure. No, Jack Grealish ain't playing. No surprise Jack Grealish isn't playing, to be fair. That's a poor giveaway, and it's hit the arm of the Senegal player, and it's referee wave play on. And Senegal in here, and that's a great save from Pickford. It was last 16 in 2010, quarterfinals in 20... With Hodgson in 2012. All right, okay. Thank you, Mixed. Yeah. So Fabio Capello never made it to a quarter final, and the football played under Capello was so boring. That's a brilliant save from Jordan Pickford from an effort from, I think it was Dier. Gets a really good strong left arm onto it, not only to make the save, but also to get enough power behind his arm to move the ball back in the direction of the player who's going down. He's known as Jack Freakish in these parts. I like it. We're getting vibes of the USA game here. England making hard work of teams that maybe they shouldn't be making hard work of. Or maybe just England aren't very good and they've just been made to look better than what they are. But with the talent at England's disposal, should be doing better. Here's Kane. There's always players around. That's a good ball from Kane towards Saka. He goes down and collected well by Mendy in goals. England haven't really found a way of getting Foden involved too much. Saka's looked lively, but again, in terms of opportunities, not much. And England look a little frustrated, to be fair. 33 minutes in. There hasn't been much happening. The Senegal fans are great. They are proper partying in that stand. So Mendy's going to send this long for Senegal. Header won by Senegal here, and there's space around. There's space everywhere. There's space absolutely bloody everywhere for Senegal if they want to use it. England are not tight enough here. They haven't created anything. I can understand being open if they're going to be creating opportunities and they play open attacking football, but they're not. It's nothing football while Senegal are finding space all over the place. Based on what I've seen from Jude Bellingham, would I be spending £130 million? When I've seen him play for Dortmund and he's in a system that suits him and it works, he is a very good player. He played well against Iran. He's not really looked amazing since then, in my opinion. Do I think he's worth £130 million? I don't think anyone's worth £130 million. I wouldn't even spend £130 million on Kylian Mbappe. Because quite frankly, for such an expensive transfer, you are running the risk of the transfer being very unsuccessful. João Felix is a prime example, wonderful football player. He isn't worth €120 million that Atletico paid for him, and because they paid so much for him, the hype is there, and the hype doesn't suit the player. So to me, it's all about picking up players for a reasonable price, a price that fairly reflects their value and how good they are. Man City have managed to get themselves steal of the century, £50 million for Erling Haaland, because quite frankly, to me, he is a £70-80 million player. At least. Jude Bellingham definitely not worth £130 million. If he wasn't English and playing for England and being regarded as the brightest prospect ever, quite frankly, you'd coming from a German club as well, you'd be struggling to break. I mean, we paid £50 million for Dortmund's main talisman, so to me, nowhere near £130 million. I wouldn't be paying £130 million if I'm City. I'll actually be very controversial here, and I'll say I would rather City, if we were to spend big, would spend big on a proper fullback, either spend big on a proper left back or spend big on a long-term Kyle Walker replacement. Because fullbacks are very important, and it's a position that's been neglected. We've already got cover. Work harder to keep hold of Bernardo Silva, because Rodri, Phillips, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Grealish, Gundogan, all does the job. I've no idea how much Chelsea got Kai Havertz for. He's looked pretty good for Germany, Havertz. So a free kick here for Senegal. Kyle Walker, tactical foul, doesn't get a yellow card for it. Probably lucky to avoid the book there. He knows what he's doing. So a good position this for Senegal to put a ball into the box. And headed clear by Kyle Walker. Chance here for Senegal to release a shot. They don't. So they work it down the right-hand side. Declan Rice instructing now. He wants the midfield to push further forward and press. Phil Foden's dribbled past. And not too many options here for Senegal. England just trying to be as tight as they can. Passes too heavy and out for a goal kick to England. So danger averted there. Jack, an iShow Speed fan. I don't watch iShow Speed. To be fair, I'm 27 years old. Own my own house, work full time, does YouTube on the part. I don't have time to be watching iShow Speed. I'm not 16 anymore. What commentator do I think? I think I'm JSGC. I'm not trying to be a commentator. Here's Bellingham squared across, and there's 1-0 England. Who is the most unlikely of scorers? Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson gives England the lead here. It's a brilliant cutback from Jude Bellingham after I'd just been criticising him of not looking too effective. He's been having pictures with Trent Alexander-Arnold out in Doha, the capital of Qatar. He's going head-to-head, getting buddy-buddy with Jordan Henderson. Am I reading too much into Jude Bellingham potentially maybe going to Liverpool instead? Maybe. But who cares right now? What we care about is England and getting through to the quarterfinals. And Jordan Henderson has given England the lead here against Senegal. The all-important first goal. It's England 1, Senegal 0. Gauge the run of play. And Jordan Henderson does enough. He's in a position where you'd expect Harry Kane to be. Why is Harry Kane not there? Cool as you like. Tidy finish from Henderson, though. That'll make Henderson feel better. And Jordan Henderson gives England the lead. Most unlikely of scorers. Senegal manager telling him, keep it calm, calm it down. Harry Kane playing far too deep, trying to set things up. Here's Senegal in the England penalty area. Maguire does a good bit of defending and out for a goal kick to England. Just before half-time, 5 minutes before half-time, England at lead against Senegal. And as it stands, England setting up a date with France Saturday evening. And Senegal fans are still partying, they don't care. There's going to be Pickford send this long for England. Mbappe against Maguire. On the big plus side for England, Mbappe is going to be playing on the left-hand side. It's squared across, and there's Harry Kane putting it over the top of the crossbar. Good square ball put across there by Saka. Jack going up a current bank balance. My worth would be 0. There we go. Stones wins the header. Long ball sent forward by Senegal. Not got this under control. And Henderson, good ball over to Kane. That's a good ball to Saka. Foden's made the run. Saka, good ball in, and Foden can't get his head onto it and out of play for a goal kick. Imagine if we did sign Kane and not Haaland. To be fair, I think Kane would have suited City. I'd have thought it had suited City very well. I'm amazed that Harry Kane didn't try and force the issue with what Jack Grealish did last year. Here's Mendy. And Senegal surrounded out, and they're pass forward. Cut off by England. Here's Stones then to Jordan Pickford. He goes long. Header not won by Declan Rice, and Kyle Walker's second attempt after hitting it against Jordan Henderson. He gets sent forward. Kane wanted a free kick. Referee says no, so Senegal can have the ball, and Koulibaly's pass intercepted here. And here is Jude Bellingham. He's got the run here of Luke Shaw. Squares it across. No. And can't get it across and out for a corner. Good goalkeeping that from Mendy. He took an extra touch too many there, Luke Shaw. Jack, enjoy the game. Thanks for tuning in. Should have gone, and he could have just gone first time, really. His touch that he took was too heavy. It was just too heavy, that, from Luke Shaw. He does well in the end, actually, to get a corner. So, a corner here for England. Foden to take. Foden. That's a decent ball in. Headed clear, though. Bellingham. As far as Saka, he's clattered. Why is that not a free kick? Rochdale. See a Rochdale flag in there? My mate Dale won't be happy. Good vision by Bellingham to find Henderson. Here's Stones to Walker. Gives a ball to Jordan Pickford. John Stones now. Declan Rice. Kyle Walker. Oh, that's a lovely disguised pass. And here's Declan Rice steaming forward here for England. Squared across and not the greatest of balls. It was unlucky. And Kalidou Koulibaly's there to just poke that behind for a corner. The Koulibaly saga. The OGs of the JSGC channel will know all about the Koulibaly saga. How long do I give Kyle Walker at City? He's easy got a good 3-4 seasons left in him, in my opinion. It's just, I think, within the next 12 to 24 months, Conor comes in from England, Foden takes it deep and headed clear. I just think in the next 12 to 24 months is a good time to start bringing another fullback in and just start to phase away Kyle Walker, because my concern is at some point he will lose his pace, and if that happens mid-season at any point and City's not got a replacement, it's going to be painful to watch. Really painful to watch. So 2 minutes have been added on here. We're through the first 30 seconds, so 90 seconds to go till half-time. Good ball from Pickford to Henderson. Here's Saka. England maybe got time to create one more opportunity. Here's Harry Kane. He goes down, wants a free kick. Linesman says no, and Senegal can find the pass and brought forward, and that's going to be a free kick, and Saka's insistent. I've got the ball. Rico Lewis, I'm not sure. We'll get a better indication, I think, over the next, 3-4 weeks. Because there's no way that Kyle Walker's going to be available for City until after the new year. So Rico Lewis should be getting some minutes. And if he doesn't, if I was City, I'd be controversial here, but I'd even contemplate selling Rico Lewis and putting a very cheap buyback clause on there. Get him to Germany, somewhere like that. Help develop his footballing ability, and say to him in 2 or 3 seasons' time, if you're impressing, we'll bring you back to City and you'll be in the first team. So 20 seconds to go till half time. Be a repeat of Zabaleta, I agree. When the legs go, all of a sudden you're left with an old aging player who needs replacing. Senegal then, we've got an opportunity to get a ball into the box, and Bellingham does very well here for England, and time is up, and England's got a player over here. They can find the pass, they can. Foden to Kane. Kane can finish this here. Kane, 2-0. Oh, here we go. 2-0 England. It's Harry Kane. England so close now to the quarterfinals of the World Cup and a date with France on Saturday. It's 30 seconds overtime. I think that's why the Senegal fans are unhappy. But Harry Kane finds that goal. An assist for Phil Foden, and it's 2-0 England. Here we go. Brilliant counter-attacking. Great work from Jude Bellingham. I've criticised him. He's stepped up now that he's been criticised. It's a brilliant pass. He's onside. So's Kane. Kane does really well. Takes one touch to compose himself and just buries it past Edouard Mendy into the back of the net. Whack. 2-0. Get in. And it is the last action of the first half. And England lead by 2-0. It couldn't have been a better second half. And England finding a couple of goals in the space of 10 minutes towards the latter part of the first half. It's been a lacklustre first half. It's been a not very good performance from England, but they lead 2-0. And England now in a great position to make the quarterfinals, because I was speaking before the game, score once. That's the big hurdle. You score once, keep pushing, get that killer second goal. Netherlands have done it, gone through. Argentina have done it, gone through. France have done it, gone through. England have done it. And I'm hoping in an hour's time I'm going to be saying England gone through as well. So, stats for this game. Let's just get it locked and loaded. England had 65% possession compared with 35% to Senegal. 55% of duels won by England compared with 45% for Senegal. Aerial duels, Senegal have been pretty good. 62% compared with 38% for England. 3 corners for England, none for Senegal. Attacking stats, 4 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. Clinical England, but not been the most creative. Senegal with 3 shots, 1 on target, 1 big save from Jordan Pickford. The big difference here, England have put their opportunities away. They're being clinical and good practice, because against France on Saturday, if we get through, we need to be clinical and as well. In terms of block shots, 1 for Senegal, none for England. No shots onto the woodwork. 4 shots inside the box, 3 inside the box for Senegal. All shots today have come inside the penalty area so far. Defensive stats, 11 tackles for England at a tackle completion rate of 63%. 4 tackles by Senegal at a tackle completion rate of 100%. Both with very impressive tackle completion rates there. In terms of clearances, 4 for England, 9 for Senegal. 3 interceptions for England and 5 for Senegal. In terms of distribution, 308 passes at a pass completion rate of 85% by England. It's all right. 164 passes by Senegal at a pass completion rate of 76%. 10 crosses attempted into the penalty area by England, connecting with 30% of their crosses, so 3 out of the 10 so far. 4 crosses attempted by Senegal, connecting with just 1, which gives them a cross completion rate of 25%. In terms of discipline, 5 fouls conceded by both teams, and it's no yellow cards and no red cards right now. So, heading over to my video sponsor for today, BetMate, link in the description and also in the live chat as well. If you go and check that out, that'd be much appreciated. How are we doing on the BetMate? That is the big question. JSGC needed the substitutes, and Dier and Sarr not doing too great, but there we go. It's Captain Jordan Pickford giving me 4 points right now. 3 points for Maguire, 3 points for Shaw, 6 points for Foden, 6 points for Kane, and Dier's giving me 2 points, 1 point for Sarr. Gives me 25 points, and I'm 218th in the leaderboard out of 235, which means I'm doing shite, is my conclusion. 40 points is what the leader is on at this moment in time in today's pot. We're miles behind, 15 points. We need a miracle second half, but there we go. Don't forget, you can go and join BetMate if you so wish. All links, details, and everything there in the description. Do remember, it is available to those in the UK only. You must be 18 or over to play. When the fun stops, stop. And do remember to gamble responsibly. They are also, BetMate, running free pots for you to join as well. So do go make use of that. Japan-Croatia tomorrow is a free pot, which I'm going to enter whilst it is the halftime entertainment in just one moment. Don't forget, remember, do leave a thumbs up. We're aiming for 50 likes. We're now 33 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe, and also go and check out social media links in the description below, on the Yellow Banner 2 email also in the description below, and on the Yellow Banner 2 if you want to go and check me out. Andy said, with BetMate, is there much point doing it late in the competition? Well, there's 3 pots running, so what I would recommend, I presume, Andy, you are based in the UK and you are 18 or over and you are going to gamble responsibly. Download the BetMate app. On the sign up, when it asks for you to create an account, just use code JSGC5. You'll get a £5 in 3 bets. If you refer any friends that you've got who might enjoy it too, and they sign up, you also get £10 in free bets to enjoy. And just make use of the free bet and see how you feel and get a feel for it. It's what I would do. But how I'd describe it is very much like fantasy football. Now, with the World Cup pots, the running pots for every single game, and there is money to be made if you know what you're doing. So what I would recommend, so for the England game here, if you think England's going to win, you can max out with 6 players out of the 7 that's available for selection with England players. If you think England's going to keep a clean sheet, whack Pickford in. If you think Kane's going to score, whack him in. Make him vice-captain or captain. Put you in the best position to be able to win. And what I'd recommend is just sign up, go for it, see how you feel. Worst case scenario, you don't like it, close your account down, delete the app, do whatever you want. But you may also enjoy it. And if you do enjoy it, go and check it out. There's lots of people that I know that have checked it out that do really enjoy it. I'm one of them. I absolutely love the City ones because I find Manchester City so unpredictably predictable. And I'm pretty good at navigating Manchester City's team, how things are going, what teams' weaknesses and strengths are, and how Pep Guardiola works. But that comes from me doing previews for years and years and years for Manchester City being led by Pep Guardiola. With England, I've not quite hit the nail on the head. I've come close in a couple of other pots, but the England ones I've been a bit distant on. But that's how England play. But yeah, like I said, just give it a go. See how you go. You know, they're always running free pots for the World Cup. See how you feel with that. They run cheaper pots, private pots. You got big expensive pots. Today's pot here worth £1,500, and it's shared about. So you might finish, if they're paying up to the top 50 places, you might finish 49th and still win a few quid and end up being in profit. So I'd go and check it out and just see how you feel. Dave, thanks very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Said Foden started in the first team at 17, but he is just in the first 11 this year as a regular. Same handing for Rico would bring him on as Walker is eased back. I agree. City have got a big 4 weeks coming up from the resumption of our Premier League schedule, where Rico Lewis to me can get plenty of minutes. See how he does, integrate him into the squad, because you'll get an answer, you'll get a feel for, is Rico Lewis ready or not? And if he's not by the time Kyle Walker comes about, that's okay. Make sure you manage these youngsters. Max, thanks very much for tuning in. Andy, thanks very much. Like I said, use my link because it does help to support the future content created here on my channel. It does keep these videos coming in. Use code JSGC5. You'll get £5 in free bets. It can only be used on sign up, so do make sure you do use that. £5 in free bets is £5 in free bets. Rightio, halftime entertainment. It's brought to you by me. It is me speaking about the exit of Belgium and Germany and why I think that is good for Manchester City. Enjoy, and I'll see you in a few minutes. What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be speaking about the importance of Belgium and Germany being knocked out of the World Cup and why that could be good news for Manchester City. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe. We're closing in on 28k subscribers, hoping to hit that by the end of the year, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 100 likes is the aim. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Finally, this video is sponsored and it is brought to you by OneFootball, who sent me a QR code link which I'm going to put on screen, which if you're watching on your computer, you can use your mobile telephone device to be able to scan that QR code, take you to the download page to download OneFootball. Thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. So let's crack on with this video and let's speak about the importance then of yesterday's results in the World Cup. Now, Belgium drew 0-0 with Croatia. It means that they have exited out of the World Cup early, and it means Manchester City's representative for Belgium, Kevin De Bruyne, one of the most important players that Manchester City have got, is coming home. Now, what's more than likely going to happen here with Kevin De Bruyne and also Ilkay Gundogan, as Germany were knocked out, even though they managed to beat Costa Rica yesterday, it wasn't enough. Spain just about go through, and also joined by Japan, who have done amazingly well to top that group. So Germany come home, Ilkay Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne winner of Belgium comes home as well. And what's going to happen now is Manchester City, because of the other players in our squad have all been given an extended time off during the World Cup, I imagine that İlkay Gündoğan and Kevin De Bruyne now are going to be given some time away to spend with their families. They can go on holiday, they can chill out at home, they can do whatever they want to do, as long as they're keeping moderately fit. I imagine there'll be some kind of strict food program in place along with a little fitness regime as well, just to keep their overall fitness there. That's what Manchester City will be doing before they head out to their warm weather training camp, which they've got booked in Abu Dhabi, which I think, don't quote me on this, is going to get underway from next week once the last 16 have really kicked in, and other teams now starting to exit out of the competition. To save travel, they'll travel instead from Qatar through to Abu Dhabi in the UAE, not too far away, which means then the players can head to the hotels and to obviously the luxury training camps that they've got over there, and they'll rest up ready to return for Manchester City's first game after the Winter World Cup. Over here, that is the winter, where Manchester City will take on Liverpool on the 22nd of December. So what it does mean is that İlkay Gündoğan and Kevin De Bruyne, between now and our next match coming up against Liverpool, there's 3 weeks between them, which is more than enough time for them to go away, have 7, 10, even 2 weeks away, come to the warm weather training camp and start to improve on their fitness, start preparing for that match against Liverpool and be good to go. I am expecting to see both İlkay Gündoğan and Kevin De Bruyne ready to go for Man City's game against Liverpool, and also our match away against Leeds just after Boxing Day, and also our match at the end of the year, our last match of 2022, a home match against Everton. I'm expecting to be seeing a lot of Kevin De Bruyne and İlkay Gündoğan, and any of the other players that come home from the World Cup after the group stages are finished after today. I imagine Manchester City won't have them available until at the very, very earliest after Christmas. So you're talking the Leeds away game, depending on when they go out. If they go out in the last 16 stage, then obviously not too far between dates of the latter groups finishing in the World Cup. So we're talking Group G, Group H, etc. And the early parts of the last 16, then they might just be ready to go for that Leeds match would be the target. But Gündoğan and De Bruyne are coming home. I imagine City will be trying to get them ready for that Liverpool game. But that's great news for Manchester City, because having a fully rested, fully fit İlkay Gündoğan and Kevin De Bruyne is a frightening thought in midfield. That's a scary midfield. Manchester City having a fully fit, ready to go, well-rested Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne are in the same team. I mean, you can put 9 other young players with them, and still I would expect magic to happen between two, arguably the best players in their positions, in central midfield and Kevin De Bruyne, and in centre-forward attacking play in terms of Erling Haaland. So that's brilliant news for Manchester City. So our squad is starting to take a little bit of shape for when Manchester City do come back for our match that we've got against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. Now, it's not of high importance to Manchester City. It's not of high importance to Liverpool either. However, both teams will want to get off to a winning start. Manchester City, of course, lost our last game before the World Cup at home match against Brentford. So Man City will want to kick on and really start to have a really good second half of the season. They can start that by having a very decent win at home against Liverpool in what I'm expecting to be a high intense, very entertaining and a very close game. Liverpool, their attack's going to be at full strength. Salah's not gone to the World Cup. Luis Diaz potentially coming back in time for that. Diogo Jota as well could be fit, ready to go for that game as well as Bobby Firmino, who's not travelled with Brazil because he wasn't called up. So they've got a lot of their attack to go. It's just Darwin Núñez. Rightio, we'll end the half-time entertainment early there because the players are out for the second half, and Senegal are not wasting any time making their substitutions. That's for sure. And we do have kick-off here for the second half. It's England attacking from right to left, with Senegal attacking from left to right. England haven't made any changes that I am aware of at half-time. England today scored through Jordan Henderson on 39 minutes and a 45 plus 3 minutes from Harry Kane, giving England a 2-0 lead here. I think England's ambition here, I'd be saying to the players, first 10, 15 minutes, go out there, grab another goal, kill this game off, and get the subs on. ready for France on Saturday. 6 days of rest. Important players that need a bit of rest come off, including Kyle Walker in that. Ready for Mbappe and co on Saturday. That's what I would be doing. Yeah, so no changes by England. Senegal have made 3. So Edouard Mendy starts in goal. We've got Jacobs right back, Sabali left back, Diallo and Koulibaly at centre back. So it's Sarr and Gueye that's come on, and Dieng as well up top has also come on for Senegal. Are there substitutions? I will get their list. So Dieng's come on for Dier. Cisse has come on for Gueye, and Papa Matar has come on for Diarta. Is how Senegal are lining up. So in terms of players exiting, City have got no representatives at the USA. No representatives for Australia. None for Poland and none for Senegal. So no City players coming home from the last 16 yet. We do have Alvarez and Ake that have gone through. We're going to get Phillips, Stones, Walker and Foden going through for England. And Grealish. Japan, Croatia. Tomorrow City have got no representatives for us. Saka's managed to find the overlap, and there's no one in the box. It's just chipped into a good area, but there's nobody there. Brazil taking on South Korea tomorrow. So we've got Edison being City's representative there from Brazil. Then Morocco taking on Spain. We've got Laporte, Rodri. Bellingham into the penalty area. Is there anyone else for Spain? Laporte, Rodri. I'm not sure there is anybody else from Spain, is there? That's for City, because Sergio Gomez is in their under 21s team. And then Portugal taking on Switzerland, where we will get a City player coming home, either Ruben Diaz or a Kanji at centre-back. Which will be a bonus for City's centre-backs because we look a bit short. I think that'll be a lot. Really? That's a good tackle from Saka. Here's Bellingham. And he wants a free kick, not happening. Senegal into a good position. Squared across and nobody there. And shot comes in from the edge of the penalty area. Wide. Senegal need to try and work their way back into the game. They need the next goal, obviously. Stating the obvious, it's Michael Owen-esque. It's not a clean strike. And wide. So, as it stands, England meet France in the quarter-final, where we will take on, if we conquer France, Morocco, Spain, Portugal, or Switzerland in the semi-final, should we get there. And that France game's the big clash, really. I think if England can get through this and face France, if Kyle Walker knocks this on, has he got the pace? No, but good defending from Senegal. He nearly had the pace. He tried it. Here is Harry Kane. Can't find the pass to Saka. Looked like it might have been marginally offside, so probably a good job that that didn't happen. That's how I play for a throw into England. So I'm just getting my BetMate sorted. Remember, you can join BetMate. Link in the description, also in the live chat. Ready for tomorrow's stream. And it is Brazil taking on South Korea. So from South Korea, I want Heung-min Son in. 100%. And I want Richarlison in as well. Okay, got them in. Right. Alisson, I'm going to put in my team. Bellingham now into the penalty area. Pass isn't brilliant, but the clearance isn't good either. And Kane picks the ball up on the edge of the penalty area. England working it across here. Here's Rice now to Kyle Walker. Finds a pass to Bukayo Saka. Here's Saka now to Walker. Henderson. Saka. Finds Maguire. About 40 yards out from goal. Here is Luke Shaw. Gives it to Phil Foden now. Luke Shaw once more. What do you know else to go for in my midfield? I don't know, Lucas. I genuinely think that's where Brazil's weak point is, their midfield. Lucas Paqueta. Hardly quality, is it? Everton Ribeiro. Bruno Guimaraes has had a good season with Newcastle. I'll go with Fred, I think, might start. Right, there we go. Got him in. Captain Marquinhos. Done. There we go. Team ready. There's Saka with a shot that's wide. And it's a corner. So leave a thumbs up. We're at 18 likes. We're nearly at 20. Let's get them likes up. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. And Saka doesn't get the shot right, does he? Wide. And that will go out of play for a goal kick. That's a good ball forward here. I think the pace of the pitch is going to take that away from Senegal, and it'll go out and play for a goal kick. Pickford to take the goal kick here. Sends it really long. Headed clear by Koulibaly. Brought down by John Stones. The referee was going to give a high foot there. He doesn't. Kane moves it across nicely to Bukayo Saka. He's got an overlap to use of Henderson. He uses it. Squared into the penalty area towards Bellingham. Senegal get a foot onto it. Sent clear to Kyle Walker now. Here is John Stones. England not really pushed for that clinical third. Just to try and kill the match off. Here's Kane. He does go for an effort, and Mendy spills that one, and it just... So much spin on the ball, just spins on the spot. Nobody's there to follow it up. It's straight at Mendy. And the last minute bounce right in front of the keeper that makes life very awkward. And Mendy just about deals with that. That's great pressing from Bellingham. And he's so unlucky not to get the ball back there for England. So unlucky. Shaw does well. Finds the interception. Finds the pass. Kane. Foden does really well. Squared across. Surely. 3-0 England. And Bukayo Saka. It's another assist for Foden. They nod to each other. They hug. And it's 3-0 England here. And this is where England now need to get the substitutes on. Walker, off. Stones, off. Kane, off. Saka, off. Foden, off. I'm just going to make sure that it's a clean and tidy goal. That it is a third. That it is given. And that will be England through to the quarterfinals. Make sure everything's hunky-dory here. Good work from Foden. Saka is onside. Looks good to me. 3-0. It's a good finish that from Saka because there's an advancing Mendy there. He gets a finger onto it, but not enough. 3-0 England. And that is, as Julia said, job done by England. Job done. Substitutes brought on is what I would be doing now. Job done. Quarterfinals, Saturday night, 7 o'clock. We'll be going live at 6. England, France. Job done before the hour mark. Couldn't have asked for any more. Get the important players off. Kyle Walker's got to be one of them. So important when we're going up against Mbappe. Here's Foden. I'll be getting Rashford on. See what he can do. I'd be getting Wilson on. So Kane would be coming off. Saka or Foden would be coming off. I'll be making at least 3 subs now. Kane drops deep. Works it to the right-hand side. And who I've been impressed with today, Jordan Henderson. Look good. Kyle Walker on the right. Cross comes in. Hits the back. And out for a throw-in. And winded there, I think. Might have hit his side, his ribs. You can see Huddersfield flag. Coventry City, I can see. Makes it looking forward to it. Should be a good one Saturday night. Ooh, nasty challenge that from Jude Bellingham. Derby County, Wolves flags there being represented. As we're now just 1 like away from 20 likes. Chelsea, Workington, Exeter. I'm not seeing any City ones. Assume there are City fans out there. So 30 minutes remaining. When do England go to their bench? Surely soon. Thank you very much, Alex. Much appreciated. Thank you for leaving a thumbs up as well. Jack Grealish is warming up to come on. What else we've got? Stoke, Everton. Bellingham does well. Had a good game today, Jude Bellingham. And here's Senegal intercepting and coming forward. And there's Jordan Henderson. He's had a good game for England today. Really good game. Kane, good feet. Finds the pass to Foden. Cuts inside where the traffic was for Foden. And surrounded out, and Senegal can come away with the ball. Mendy gets the ball clear. Finds a Senegalese player as well, so they can build forward. Is that a Kazakhstan flag I can see? We're past 20 likes now, which is fab. On to 21. We're just 9 away from 30 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Here's Pickford. Sends it long. Out of play. Don't see any players being called back to the bench to ready to come on. England got players warming up. I presume are going to be coming on pretty soon. Should Mendy have saved that? He got a big hand onto it. I thought it was just a finger, but he gets several fingers onto the end of it. Gets a good palm of the hand, and that goes wide. Could he have saved that effort from Saka? Not really that important. Felt like the game was already done once England had found their second goal, but... Alex, I do live stream watch-alongs of most Manchester City games. If I'm not at the game, I'm doing a live watch, or I'm not somewhere else really busy filming something else. I do live watch-alongs, I would say, of maybe 85% of City games. Here is Henderson. There's a run of Foden that just wasn't used there. Here is Stones. Walker now. England just knocking it around. Maguire. Good work. Foden finds Bellingham to Shaw. Grealish is coming on. Who's going to come off is the important question, I would say. As we're now 8 likes away from 30 likes. And there's an England player down injured. And Jordan Henderson is the player that's down, holding his knee. Sorry, he's holding his back of his leg or his knee that he's holding. I can't make it out. Rashford's coming on. A couple of subs being made here. Saka, first player to come off. And Foden is the other. Anthony, thanks very much for tuning in. So Saka and Foden coming off for Grealish and Rashford. 2 wide players. So changes out wide. Why is Kyle Walker still on that pitch? As we're now 7 likes away from 30 likes. Leicester City, I can see on the flags. West Brom. Here is Walker. Chips one in towards Maguire. I think a foul given against Maguire. Alex asks, what do I think of the chances of Bellingham coming to Manchester City? I know City are working behind the scenes, trying to see what the possibility is of making the transfer happen. It's just so expensive. I think if Manchester City really want it, they can make it happen, like they did with Haaland. always earmarked as being unlikely, and then all of a sudden Manchester City were favourites, and Manchester City very quickly made it happen. And it'd take the same, I think, to sign Bellingham. I wouldn't rule out Bellingham staying at Dortmund for another season, just because I can see Real Madrid and Liverpool looking at it and going, no, we're not going to spend 150 million euros on Jude Bellingham either. So we will see. I'm not hopeful that City will do it, because I'm just not sure. It's quiet. You hear a lot of links. Liverpool being heavily linked. They want him. But just how much accuracy is in the story, because murmurs, rumours, some reliability being put on it, but we've not had concrete reliability for any club being put on Jude Bellingham, and the fact that any club are working on a deal, it's just so expensive. I think we'll get a clearer picture. Ask me again at the international break in March, and I'll be able to give you a better answer than what I can right now. What I will say is Manchester City will be working on summer transfers right now. It's natural to be working on transfers when the market isn't open. But there'll be lots of names being put out there. Lots of names that City will be working on. It won't just be Jude Bellingham. They've been scouting Enzo Fernandez for well over a year, because City were scouting him whilst he was playing in Brazil. He's made a transfer happen to Benfica, and City have sent scouts over to Benfica to watch him. There's scouts at the World Cup watching him for Argentina. So there's not just eggs in one basket, but Fernandez will be, 100 million euros as well. We're talking very expensive transfers that, who knows? Bernardo Silva might sign a new deal. He might say, I don't want to go to Barcelona anymore. I'm happy in Manchester. He might say, I want to go. If that's the case, then Man City will be stepping up their chase for maybe a similar type of player, or maybe something completely different. Who knows? Ilkay Gundogan, we don't know the latest with his contract situation, so we're not sure at this moment in time. Like I said, we will get a clearer answer March time, April time, about the futures of Bernardo, about the futures of Gundogan, and the players that City have been scouting and looking at. Because they'll be looking at them right now, but they won't be putting anything in place until much later into the season for summer transfers, because they are going to be summer transfers. I'm not expecting City to do any business in January. It'd be great for my channel if they did, but I don't think that they will. I think City will just continue for January doing what they have been doing, which is looking at the upcoming prospects ready for the academy, the 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old players from around the UK, from around England, from around Europe, and looking at world talents as well, who will be good enough to come to Manchester City to be part of the City Football Academy, the CFA, and potentially even looking at players towards the CFG. We have recently added a new team to the CFG as well. Only yesterday, I can't remember who it was. I'm sure somebody in the live chat will let me know. I think they were added from Central America, another team. So it's very clear City angling towards that route right now. And they'll be working on probably 2 or 3 top targets for the summer, but they'll be getting all their scout reports and everything sorted right now. Central midfielders, Jude Bellingham, we know City will be having a look at. He always plays well against us. He always looks like a good prospect. They'll have a look at the chances. Do they have the money? Does he want to join City? They'll speak to his entourage. They'll try and make a transfer happen. They'll see what the possibilities are and move from there. If not, they'll look at other alternatives instead, of course. Alex asks, do I think we'll see much of Kalvin Phillips this season, or do you think that perhaps we made a mistake with him? Definitely don't think a mistake was made. I had my reservations about Phillips's injury proneness when we signed him. Picked him up for a pretty good price, £40 million for a player that's on the fringes of the England squad. He's a good quality player. He's good with the ball. Keep him injury free, and he's a top player. I think the problem is he's kept, when he is fit, he's kept out the team by Rodri, and Rodri's that good that, and he's that fit. He never seems to pick up any injuries, touch wood, and because of that, it's very difficult to get minutes. So I like Kalvin Phillips. I think he's a good player. As I always say, 2 seasons. Give players 2 seasons before you can make a good judgment on, are they right for Manchester City? Are we, at Manchester City, the right fit for the player as well, and make progress from there, I think. But I like Kalvin Phillips. I think he's a good player. And if there is any injuries to Rodri, then we've got a good player ready to step into the squad. If we can keep himself injury-free, because I think that's where the problem lies here, then we've got a good player who just about made it with his fitness to the World Cup through not playing many minutes for Manchester City, which there's a lot of people outside of Manchester City that were unhappy Kalvin Phillips got called up and other players have missed out, but there we go. So Dier comes off, who could have given Senegal the lead with the early opportunity in the first half with a good save from Jordan Pickford. And that's out of play for a throw into England. Any standout City player performances that I've seen at the World Cup so far? Ake always looks good. I like Nathan Ake. Kanji's looked all right as well for Switzerland. Alvarez is impressed. I think something that City could potentially have a look at is playing the second striker. I think Haaland and Alvarez starting together, one behind the other, would work really well. I think. Probably be my 3 standout players. Foden looked good. Potential to be the JSGC man of the match for this game, Foden, with a couple of assists. Been impressed with Saka. Game's just gone a bit scrappy. A little bit boring. We're at that stage now, 18 minutes to go, that England, 3 goals up, going through. Just got to remain focused that they don't concede and give any hope to Senegal. And I'm being for a nervy last 15. So a free kick here for Senegal. It's about 30 yards out. Maybe just a bit beyond 30 yards. 35 yards. Looks like they're going to go for goal. They do, and it's wide into the side netting. Pickford did have that one covered. Right, guys, 7 likes away from 30 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by BetMate. The link is in the description, also in the live chat. Viking, I agree. Phil has been immense for England today. And to me, should be starting England's match against France on Saturday night. And thank you very much, Alex. Much appreciated. Already hit the 20th like. We're looking for 30 likes now. 6 likes away. So much appreciated. Mason Mount's going to be coming on for England very soon. And so is Kalvin Phillips. So I presume Declan Rice is coming off. Well, he's been told to put his bib back on and go and warm up a little bit more. So Phillips will be coming on pretty soon. Mason Mount's going to come on. I presume this will probably be for Jordan Henderson. As I imagine it will be Henderson given the nod after his impressive performance today against France. Here is Jack Grealish. I'm not sure England will change too much up here between now and Saturday. Probably go with the same team here that's done the job, I imagine, as long as injury stays upon that. Raheem Sterling's not in the squad today due to personal reasons. We know Maddison's headed home and probably won't join back up with the England squad. Here is Luke Shaw, gives it to Harry Kane. He goes down, and that will be a free kick to England. He's holding the back of his hamstring, and the yellow card, first yellow card of the match is out, and it's Kalidou Koulibaly. He goes into the book, right through the back of Harry Kane there, Koulibaly, the captain of Senegal, maybe a bit frustrated, as they look like they're heading for the exit door. Less than 15 minutes of normal time remaining here. England lead by 3-0. At the moment, this stage the same. It's the most convincing victory of the last 16. So you can't really say fairer than that for confidence heading into a massive game against France. Eric Dier is going to be coming on. So Mason Mount's coming on for Jude Bellingham. There we go, protecting Bellingham. And John Stones is coming off for Eric Dier, protecting John Stones. So England allowed one more sub. Dale, thanks very much for tuning in. It has been easy for England, all too easy once Henderson gave England the lead on 38 minutes. And Senegal's not really been in it since. They missed that big opportunity with Dier with a good save from Pickford. They weren't clinical with their first opportunity, and England were. First shot on target, grabbed that goal, and as I've mentioned on my live stream, the teams that are in these knockout matches that are taking the lead, that are putting the pressure on, are growing in confidence and going on to grab that all-important killer second goal and going on to go through. Argentina proved enough for them to go through. Netherlands as well against the USA. France have done it against Poland, and England have done it here against Senegal. So the key for these teams going through, the teams that you think would be the favourites going into these games, have all done their job and done a professional job of that. So we are looking at 4 good teams here: Netherlands, Argentina, France and England. All with a shout of potentially winning the World Cup, in my opinion. Cross is sent deep towards Maguire. Flicks it on towards Rashford. Cleared, though. Dale's found us a holiday. Is it Qatar for the final? I'm excited. Send it me. Send it my way. Where are we going? I'm not sure I'll get a yes from the big chief, but we can live in hope as a free kick given to Senegal there. England going through the motions here. 12 minutes to go. 3-0. I can see England at some point in the next 12 minutes conceding, because they're looking very... not just disjointed. They're looking very... just a bit lackadaisical. A bit too casual. I'm amazed Kyle Walker's stayed on the pitch. Got a massive game coming up against Mbappe. Let's see where we're going. The Super Bowl. Yes, please. 12 grand per person in Arizona. That's a winner. What a winner. £12,000. 9th to the 13th. I bet the weather's nice in Arizona in Feb as well. It's nice and warm. Certainly warmer than here. That'd be a dream. Speaking of NFL, the Dolphins are in action, actually. In 28 minutes. 28 minutes time. Taking on the 49ers in San Francisco. That's a cracking ball. And squared across, and Kane's just... he's centimetres away from getting on the end of that and making that 4-0. Here's Rice to Grealish. Shaw. Rice. Maguire to Walker. I tell you what, it's a toss-up between Henderson, Saka and Foden for my man of the match today. Bellingham's looked very good, actually. We'll put him in there as well. It's a late game. If I weren't in work tomorrow, I'd probably watch it. But I am. So, unfortunately, I'll keep an eye on it till about 10:30. And I'll hit the Z's. Try and make it to... see if we can make it to half-time. See how it's going. 49ers are in a playoff contention like the Dolphins are. Should be a really good game, that, actually. Here is Grealish on the left then. 10 minutes remaining. England 3, Senegal 0. So we're now 5 likes away from 30 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new around here. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Link in the description and also in the live chat. You can use the QR code too on screen if you want to go and download the BetMate app. I can see a Middlesbrough flag. Like I said, I've not seen any City flags at the World Cup so far. England preparing their final substitution. Who is it that's coming on and who is it that's coming off? Having 10 minutes of rest in their legs. It's Jordan Henderson that's going to come off. And it is... Who's coming on? Is it Kalvin Phillips? I think it's Kalvin Phillips that's going to come on. Got 10 kilometres of running under his belt there, Henderson. He's had a good game. I don't think I'm going to give him my JSGC man of the match, though. I've narrowed it down to Bellingham, Foden and Saka. And I don't think I'm going to give it... I don't think I'm going to give it to Bellingham either. We all know I'm going to give it to Foden, okay? We're biased. Henderson's been fantastic. He's right up there in contention for me. I'm just not sure I can give it to a Liverpool player. We're bitter. I don't see any Liverpool channels giving praise to Phil Foden and giving him man of the match. So I'm giving it to Phil. Dominus, thanks very much for tuning in. John, thank you very much for tuning in. And Mixed 12 smackaroonies per person to make it to the Super Bowl. I presume that's what you're on about there. It's got the frosty thing, so I'm hoping you're not minus 12 in a forecast somewhere. It's going to be very cold by next weekend. We are looking at some snow forecast on Thursday. -4 overnight. Not even above freezing on Friday in the daytime temp. If snow settles, it's going to be horrible. It's going to continue the winter chill from Thursday. In fact, it's going to get very cold Monday night. There we go. And an Arctic blast. Toby makes a very interesting point there. Maguire, not looked great today, I agree. France could run them ragged. On the big plus side, it's Olivier Giroud that they've got to compete with. But Olivier Giroud's a very good striker. So it'll be interesting. And I think the big fear is Mbappe. And Kyle Walker, as you mentioned there. The fear is that Sarr has looked just as equally as quick as Walker today. But Ismaila Sarr's not a slow player. And Kyle Walker may have lost a bit of his pace. He's had injuries and stuff, but he's still a very quick player as a cross comes in from Senegal and headed over the top of the crossbar and out for a goal kick to England with 6 minutes remaining. If I win the lottery, I will tell you, don't worry about it. But I have not, I can confirm. I have not, but the ticket is in for Tuesday. So we live in hope. Tuesday night. Tuesday night. Plant's feeling a bit dry. I'll give it a water after the end of the stream. So 5 minutes remaining here. England, Senegal. Jacobs comes off for Senegal in their final sub. Do I like the Man City third kit? I don't mind any of City's kits this season. I like the away kit. It's pretty smart. Home kit's not bad. Third kit's all right. Puma aren't my favourite kit manufacturer, if you haven't noticed. Nike weren't my favourite either. I miss the Umbro kits. A bit of a traditional 4-4-2. I think the problem we got with going with a 4-4-2, it's just, I think Luke Shaw sits as the problem at left back. We might even see England if there is to be a change, Trippier at left back to sit tight in a flat back four. I've got a feeling they're going to go with extra cover. Jordan Henderson's played in a more advanced role, and it suited him today, but I don't think he'll be as advanced against France. I think England are going to go very negative. And going negative means Rice, because Walker will start with Walker, Stones, Maguire, either Shaw or Trippier. Then it'll be Rice, Bellingham, Henderson. I imagine that they might even stick to what they've got here. I mean, I don't think I'm changing much. I think England are potentially thinking too much about showing a lot of respect to France, but having watched France a fair bit in this World Cup, I feel like, first and foremost, their dangers run through Kylian Mbappe and the pace, and not just Mbappe, but the overlaps of Theo Hernandez. So that right-hand side for England needs to be shored up. Kyle Walker, like Dale said, your job, man mark Kylian Mbappe, and they need somebody else who's going to sit tight to Theo Hernandez. And if they can isolate that left-hand side, then that to me is half the battle. Olivier Giroud's very good in front of goal, so if you limit his supply, it makes him redundant. Ousmane Dembele is a decent player, so if you tighten up on the left, you reduce that. You reduce the French attack. And I'm actually confident that if England are only going to create 3 or 4 opportunities, that they could put 2 of them away, and that could be enough. I think first goal scorer is key in that game, definitely. John thinks good night England against France. I'm not so sure. England need to keep that tight, though. I think it's their best route. Maybe even subs. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a tactical change and see one of the more attacking players come off, and maybe even see someone like Phillips come in. But Southgate doesn't really change up much in terms of formation. He just tends to rotate the squad, in particular in the middle. Hence, Henderson's given the nod here today ahead of Mount. I've not been impressed with Mount enough for Mount to warrant to come in and help out the attack of or the threat of Harry Kane dropping deeper against France, because that French defence can be got at. Upamecano looked like he had a mistake in him today, obviously with the handball, conceding the penalty. And like Dale says, England very good on the counter, so you tighten it up at the back. They need to be tighter at the back. They're going to keep a clean sheet, I hope, here today. They look good for keeping a clean sheet. However, they did look a little bit shaky when Senegal wanted to have a go, and France will have a go. So England need to be really tight at the back. They need a strong defensive performance. It's the World Cup, and this is what separates the key moments from the potential match-winning moments. And England need to show up. If they want to win the World Cup, you need to beat the best, and they don't come much better than the current world champions. And the only way to beat them is to be defensively sound and clinical. Squared across here from Senegal. Flicks out to the edge of the penalty area, and a shot comes in, and it's miles over the crossbar from Senegal. And that's going to tick the clock over to 89 minutes and just 1 minute remaining here. So, guys, I've got plenty to do this evening, including scheduling my live watch-along of the game between Brazil and South Korea tomorrow. Can Heung-min Son and co. cause an upset and knock Neymar if he's fit to go? Richarlison, Gabriel Jesus, Rafinha and co. Can they all be knocked out tomorrow? Can South Korea cause another upset? Should be a good game. I'll have the link out to that tonight for you to set your reminders for. Senegal, though, dancing along, singing along, instruments going, created a top atmosphere. Shame to see them exit out the World Cup. It's a shame that they've come up against my team England, really, because I'd like to have supported them, but always going to back the 3 Lions. And England now got the biggest test of the World Cup coming up on Saturday against France. And this, to me, this game against France is a telling point between what separates the best from the rest. And trust me, England knock out France on Saturday night, the country's going to go into hysteria over its coming home. Or they'll get a harsh reality that it's not and they're going out. So it all comes down to that on Saturday. Looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Fearless. You've got to be fearless. They've got to believe. We're European Championship finalists. We're here to right wrongs. Squared across, and that's from Shaw towards Rashford. He can't guide it towards goal. 4 minutes added on here then. Can we hit 30 likes before the end of the stream? That would be much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description below and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below, and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up. Like I said, 30 likes. We're just 3 likes away. So if you're watching this and you haven't already, please leave a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat if you're watching this after the stream, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by BetMate. BetMate is like fantasy football, involving gambling as well. So you've got to be 18 or over to participate. It's available to anybody in the United Kingdom. It's a free app to download. Go and check it out. And you can use code JSGC5 to get yourself £5 in free bets. Links and details in the description. They're in the live chat. And you can also use the QR code as well, which will take you to the download page to download the BetMate app. So a free kick here for Senegal in what might be their last opportunity of the game. I've just seen a Rotherham United flag as well as Rotherham United. I'm looking out for Manchester City. I've not seen any Manchester City flags yet. I've got a feeling that between now and next Saturday, there'll be more and more England fans congregating to Qatar to go and watch the World Cup in a big game between England and France. The old enemy, England and France. Got to love it. Grealish lying down in front of the wall. England want to keep hold of their clean sheet. Pickford wants to keep hold of his clean sheet. 30 yards out, slightly right to centre. Free kick comes in. It's straight into the wall and out of play for a throw-in to Senegal. 90 seconds. Let's get them 3 likes. Let's get to 30 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. And Dale, if you're still watching it, what are your thoughts on the Rochdale flag that I can see? Rochdale. Rochdale are at the World Cup. Corner here for Senegal. More defending for England to do. As we're 3 likes away, so leave a thumbs up. Let's get to 30 likes before the end of the stream. It'd be great. Corner comes in. Cleared at the near post by Harry Kane. It's Phil Foden getting my JSGC man of the match today. Jordan Henderson unlucky to miss out. Jude Bellingham unlucky to miss out. And Bukayo Saka unlucky to miss out. John puts it well. It's Mr. Bean taking on Inspector Clouseau. Saturday, 6 p.m. we will be live. GMT, an hour before kickoff. 7 o'clock kickoff. Saturday night. It's going to be absolute bedlam here in England. Right before Christmas as well. England against the old enemy France. You cannot beat it. World Cup semi-final place on the line. And trust me, if England pull off a great performance and a win, then wow. Wow. It's going to be bedlam in the build-up to that. As I said, if England beat France, it's Morocco, Spain, Portugal, or Switzerland in the semi-final. So keep an eye on Morocco taking on Spain and Portugal taking on Switzerland. They're taking place on Tuesday. So corner came in from Senegal, headed clear by England. We're through the 4 minutes. Cross comes back in, out for a throw-in. And there is the full-time whistle. It is a professional job done by England. Winning by 3-0 here against Senegal. And we've booked a date, Saturday, 7 p.m. GMT in Qatar. It's France taking on England for a place in the semi-final of the 2022 World Cup. There we go. Has Charmin filling in the wall chat? She's filled in a little bit of it, so I'll give her credit. A little bit of it has been filled in by her. The majority is me, but some of it she'd helped me set up today as well, so we respect it. We'll give Charm some applause, helping out there as well for the cause for the JSGC channel. Much appreciated. BetMate then. Who is today's BetMate champion? Because I'll tell you right now, the person who it is not is JSGC. He continues his bad BetMate form for today. And the winner on 75 points, winning by just half a point. There's 4 players that have finished on 74.5 points. They've all won £138.75. So well done there to Kyle Evinyard, 26, Stephen Cherin, Toffee Mints, and Liam Tazza, 97. But the winner, 75 points, winning the £1,500 pot, and winning £381 goes to Jack Dunn, 1986, with his team today. Jordan Pickford in goal, Harry Maguire and Kalidou Koulibaly at the back. Vice-captain Phil Foden along with captain Jude Bellingham is where them points have really been gathered up. He's got Bukayo Saka and Harry Kane also in his team. On the bench he had Mendy, Diallo, Gueye and Sarr. Didn't want them in your team. It's England that's come out on top. And he wins the top prize, £381. Well done to him. I finished on a grand total of 46 points, which isn't brilliant. So there we go. That meant I finished out of 335 people that have entered. I finished 220th, which is shite. There we go. Hopefully we'll be better for the France game. Like I said, link out for the Brazil-South Korea watch-along, which will be on tomorrow. Tuesday night will be Portugal-Switzerland. I'll see you all for that, along with any other Manchester City bits of content if there is anything to speak about. So I'll see you all then. Take care, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you to everyone that left a thumbs up, subscribed, checked out BetMate, interacted with me, left their score predictions and everything. Much appreciated. Bidding you all a farewell. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I've been JSGC. Is it coming home? We'll have a better answer on Saturday. France, England. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Peace. Ciao for now.